Well, what is my upcoming project about anyway? Well, this is our bedroom, our master bedroom. We've got a ceiling fan up here, and I'm going to be replacing this ceiling fan with a brand spanking new one at the store. This one happens to be 19 years old. It still works fine. No problem with it. We like the color. We like the color of the blades. Like the color of the ceiling fan. It all matches with our what do I want to call it? With all of our colors in here. Our decor is what I was looking for. And it comes with this switch unit here. Everything's fine on here, but we're going to get a new one. And instead of throwing this one away, we're going to take this one and probably the switch. This is on, off, and reverse, fan, light. We're gonna take that out of the wall because it goes with that ceiling fan, and we're gonna put that in this bedroom for Mother. This is Mother's room. When she comes and visits us, she stays in this room. And in the summer, it'd be nice if we had a ceiling fan. There's not even a light fixture up there, nothing. And we look over here, and there's one light switch. This one light switch happens to be for the lights by the bed. Okay, so I know I'm going to have to install a light switch here that goes up across over to where the ceiling fan is going to be located. And so I'm getting ready to make a material list. So I'm just walking this through because you're going to have to think of the same types of things going through if you want to add a ceiling fan somewhere. Okay, so the brand new ceiling fan, we went to the store. We actually went, I forget where we went. I think we went to Lowe's. We're going to go to Home Depot too. But ceiling fans aren't that expensive nowadays. And we saw them between $150 and $250. Okay, and most of the ceiling fans we looked at have handheld remotes that come with the ceiling fan. And initially, I made an entire video, a couple different videos about how to run and operate a ceiling fan with different types of wall switches, with remotes and stuff like that. And if you saw that one, I highly had suggested, hey, if you've got a ceiling fan switch that is in your wall, and if you're going to add another ceiling fan, I would highly recommend you installing another one of these to match everything. Because see, when I take this one out of this room, I'm going to take this ceiling switch unit. It goes with this ceiling fan. I'm going to take both of those and I'm going to put them in the other room. So now, for Mother's room, okay? So now I'm going to be without a switch in the wall here, right? And so I was saying, try to match everything. So I was going to get one like this. I was going to have to pay extra at the store to do that instead of getting one with the remote, the handheld remote that comes with the ceiling fan. Years ago, they used to have some ceiling fans you could get without the remote, and other ceiling fans, you look at the box and it comes with the remote. Hey, look for the one that says remote if you need to, or get one without. I was going to try to get one without, and then I would buy a separate ceiling fan switch that fits into the wall that kind of mimics this. It didn't necessarily have to come from Casablanca. It could have came from anywhere, as long as it's the same color and the looks and everything. I was going to do that. But more times than not, you're going to find when you go to the store, most of them come with a remote. And I was talking to Momi, and I said, hey, you know what? If we get the remote, you can put it by the bed now. You don't have to walk over here to the wall to turn the ceiling fan on and off, or set it up higher, lower. She likes to have the ceiling fan on at night, and sometimes it gets kind of cold for her. She wants to turn it down. She's got to come over here, turn it down over here. If she wants it off, of course, she's got to get up again to turn it off or whatever. You don't have to do that if you've got the remote, the handheld remote. And I was kind of poo-pooing that before, like if you have four or five kids, or even one kid, and more times than not, you're always looking for the remote. Hey, who's got the remote? Where's the remote? Who broke the remote? How come the dog chewed up the remote? Whatever it is, I was like, hey, if you've got these already, don't get a handheld remote. Get the same type that fits in the wall and have everything match. But because we're not going to worry about that now, we're probably going to get one that has the handheld remote. So what are we going to do? We're going to have an empty hole right here because the handheld remote is just handheld. Nothing fits in the wall. We're going to set it over here. Mommy's going to have it by the bed from now on. Okay? So what we would put here is we put just a regular single pole light switch right there. Okay? And then that power is going up to the ceiling fan, and then we're just going to leave the ceiling fan on. The ceiling fan switch, we're going to leave it on all the time. Okay? That'll have the power up there. Then when you get the handheld remote, it comes with a little sensor that you install to your power up in that. Okay? And then it's going to come down, and then you can use your handheld remote, your battery operated handheld remote, and then that's gonna go up to there, and that's gonna adjust your ceiling fan. And if you have a light kit, it's gonna include that and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do in here. So I know at the store I'm gonna have to get a single pole light switch just like this. It's gonna be white, and it's gonna look like this, and hopefully I'll find one with the edging around it too to match all of these, because sometimes you can get them with or without this edge on here. Okay, so that's one thing I'm going to have to get at the store for sure. What else are we going to have to add to our list of things we have to get for Mother's room? Okay, now we're in Mother's room. This is where I'm going to install the ceiling fan up in here. And you remember there's only one light switch here, and this one light switch is controlling those lights at the bed. Okay, so I'm making my material list. So far I've got one light switch, one single pole light switch that I need for the other room. Okay, because when I get that ceiling fan, a new ceiling fan at the store, I'm going to get one to replace the one in the bedroom. And so that one I know is for the bedroom. So when I look for ceiling fans, I'm going to measure and get the same diameter as this. And this one's a 52 inch. And to measure it, you would just measure from the end to the very center, and then go from the center to any other end, or go from the center to the edge, times it by 2. Then you know that's what the diameter is. And that's a 52 inch, because when you go to the store, they've got 48 inch ceiling fan diameters. They have some, as you know, we saw one that was like 62 or 64 inches in diameter, and you can get them down smaller for like a bathroom. You can even get them smaller than 42 inches. So we're gonna get a 52 inch ceiling fan at the store, and chances are it's gonna come with the handheld remote. Pretty sure it's going to, and Mommy's already said she wants a handheld remote, and so we're gonna take that one and bring it over here. Okay, so I know I need a single pole light switch, and that single pole light switch is going to be the square rectangular one like this, and it's going to be white. I'm going to look at this, and because this is white, I'm going to get white. If you look at yours, and if you have ivory colored, which is kind of a yellowish color, make sure your light switches for whatever room it is, you get the matching one. But because the switch is going in the other room, and that one was white, I'm going to get a white one. Okay, so I know so far I need a light switch, a paddle switch just like this. Okay, single pole for that room. So now we look at this room. What are we going to need here? We're not going to need that much material, as a matter of fact. I do know for one thing for sure, I'm going to have to take this out, and I'm going to put another switch next to it. And I'm not going to put a single box next to it over here. I would have to do that if there was a 2x4 right here, let's say. But I know there's two 2x4s next to the door frame, okay? And chances are this box is nailed to that, the box inside, and it's probably a plastic box. And so if you were unsure, you could go down and turn off your breaker, turn this off, unscrew this, pull that out, look and see what you need. I mean, in an older house, it could be a metal box. It doesn't matter. We're going to be taking it out of the wall. And I'm going to show you how to pull one of these out. I'm pretty sure these are plastic, and so I'll be able to cut that out. I'm going to cut this over and put in a 2-gang box. This is called a single gang box. One box. We have 2 switches in the same box. That's called a 2-gang box, which is for 2 switches. Okay, and if I wanted to know if there was a stud here, I can just do that, and I know there's a stud right there, and this is, see that? There's a studs there, and this is a lower noise knocking. I know there's no stud there, so I'm going to put a 2-gang box in here. So at the store, I'm going to get a 2-gang plastic cut-in box, and I'll show you all this stuff later, but it's just going through the repetition of and the sequence of how am I, getting your material list. Maybe you already know this, maybe, but for some of you, lots of you out there, you're not going to know this. Okay. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.